Hello. So today I'm going to talk about what I think is the most underrated class in dungeons. And this class is the Archer class. So in this video I'm going to be covering what gear you need for Archer. Then I'm going to go on to giving an overview on the Archer class by looking at its class's abilities and its passives. Then I'm going to get on to how good Archer is, pretty much by showing off some clips, and also giving a quick comparison to Mage. And then finally, I'm going to give a quick summary of Archer before I end off the video. Basically, just talking about how good I think it is. But anyway, let's get on to what is the best gear to use for Archer. So, in my opinion, Shadow Assassin armor. Although it isn't very tanky, you're going to get a lot of damage. As you can see here, 157.5 by 183.75. So getting the full set is very, very good because you also have the full set bonus. But what's even better is if you can get it with a 5-star Tarantula helmet. So now onto Frozen Blaze. Without the Blaze Pet, I'm already getting 200 by 40 strength by crit damage. And with the Blaze Pet, this will increase by quite a lot. With the Blaze Pet, this is a very, very, very good set. And it's also very, very tanky. You can use either the full set, or you can use 3/4 of Tarantula helmet. But with Blaze, I think 3/4 plus Tarantula helmet is better. Though this does less damage than full Shadow Assassin armor, you're going to be getting a lot of effective health. Now finally, I'm going to just quickly mention Superior. It's the worst out of all of these, and I just wouldn't really recommend going for it. Also, you can run Skeleton Master, as you can see this guy is here, but it's just a terrible set, honestly. So now I'm going to talk about what pet you should run when running Archer. So, you can run the Ender Dragon pet would be the best, next would be the Griffin, then the Wither Skeleton, then the Skeleton pet. That's going by cost and also how good all those pets are. Now that I've talked about all of that, I'm going to talk about what items you're going to need for an Archer. So you're going to need 4 maxed out bonemerangs, which is like 35 mil each, but you can also, I think a clean one's about 15 mil-ish. Yeah, a clean one here is around 16 million coins. So you're going to need 4 of those. Alright, I forgot to mention this, so I'm just going to quickly look over the bonemerang and show how good it is. By going to bonemerang, you can see that on impact, it deals double damage when coming back, which is very, very good, and it's something which I forgot to mention, which I definitely should have. You're also going to need an ice spray, as you can see here, one of these, and you're also going to need a flower of truth, which is very, very good for clearing. So now that I've covered the gear, I'm going to get on to the class passives. Going to Dungeoneering, going to Archer, I'm an Archer 26. Off the bat, you have 140% extra bow damage, which increases if you're a solo archer. Now, into the class passives. So you have a 76% chance to shoot a second arrow. It reduces your next incoming hit by 773 damage with this. And with bouncy arrows, you get a 52% chance for your arrows to bounce to an additional target. Now, your Dungeon Stone abilities. So, here you have Explosive Shot shoots a volley of 3 arrows that explodes on impact, which deals the same amount of damage as your highest bow hit in the last minute in a 4-block radius, which is insane. And you also have Rapid Fire, which shoots 5 arrows per second for 5 seconds, and it deals 75% of the highest bow hit in the last minute. So now that I've got that out of the way, I am going to get onto the clips of me running as an archer. Right, so now I'm going to be testing out Archer. To start, I'm doing 11 mil, which would be 22 mil on return. Over here to an Angry Archaeologist at the start, I completely destroy through it. To a Lost Adventure around the middle, I destroy through it. And to a Frozen Venture, I do decent to it, but it does get 1 healing off. Now, I don't really do much there, but if I go into this Frozen Venture, you're going to see how overpowered the return shots are. On the King Midas, which normally takes forever to kill through, still does take a while because you need to have very good aim with the bonemerang. Though I do a lot of damage and kill through it quite quick. As you can see, the same for the Lost Adventure. And all these other Lost Adventures. Now I'm going to show how overpowered return actually is. From here you can see I've returned for 2 mil and on the way there 1 mil. At the end, I'm doing 31 million damage and 63 million return. At blood, I'm doing about 100k per hit, which would be 200k return. In the scarf, I'm pretty much one-shotting it. Now, in terracotta phase, I'm doing 3.2 million every single hit, which is quite a lot to these terracottas. Then if I go into golem, I'm almost going to be one-shotting it, not even on return. Look, if I try one-shotting Sadan, I'm going to not do a very good job. I'm still going to do alright. If I show a pro archer friend one-shotting Sadan, they're going to do very, very well in it. So, I'm going to do a quick comparison of archer and mage by just talking for a sec. And just from my remembering how much damage I actually did from some of my other videos. So, when I was running mage, to mini-bosses, I would do around 1 million per hit with max blessings. But with archer, I'm doing 1 million on the way there, and 2 million return. And that's with bonemerang, and the mage is with the Midas staff. So I think that bonemerang is way, way better for mini-bosses, and you can also spam it a lot more. Also, now, if I talk about how much damage I do, at the start with mage, I do about 6 million, and at the end, I do about 20 mil. While with archer, at the start, I do about 11 mil or 22 mil return. By the end, I do 64 mil return and 32 mil normal. Right, so I think that's enough for there. I'm just going to quickly give an overall summary on archer and basically just talking about how good of a class I actually think it is. Okay, so I'm going to quickly give my final opinion on archer. I think that I'll just talk about archer for a second there, but I think that archer is a very, very good class. It is insanely strong against mini-bosses and is amazing for the boss room. The only weakness is clearing, although you do have the Flower of Truth, which does make it still almost as good as clearing as you would be if you're running mage. But anyway, so I'd rate archer the second best class, as it is amazing at mini-bosses while still being alright at clearing. But anyway, thank you for watching, subscribe if you enjoyed, and I should be making more content soon, and I also hope Floor 7 is coming out. But yeah, that's my overall opinion on Archer. Now onto this amazing outro made by Chay. Oh no.